Welcome to another ArcheAge podcast, the Aurorian Age. I'm Deuce. Tonight with us we have Iron Bear,
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
August,
Hello, hello.
and somehow I conned Whoop into coming in.
I'm new.
You're not new, Whoop. You're just new to ArcheAge.
Yeah.
So pretty much, we closed up, um, closed beta 4 today, right? 1 o'clock,
Yeah.
noon, whatever server time you're on. And so, Whoop, was this your first actual chance to get into the game?
This is my third, but I skipped the second one.
So, let me get your feeling on how the game has been progressing through your eyes. A lot of us have been playing this thing for so long, and we kind of get jaded on things.
All right, I made my first character, and my wife says I look like one of those people on the Goku series, the Dragon Ball series, the bald guy with the 4 dots on his forehead. So I'm a little one of those bald guys, and it's different because you only get apparently 32 skills, and I'm wrecking everything that I see. I think I went Outrider like you, Alfred. I think so. It was working well for me, but every time my wife was telling me last night, try it this way, hold on this button, and I'm like, the hell, I know what I'm doing. It's a work in progress for me, just to understand the core mechanics of the game.
Well, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was fun. I like wrecking shit.
Just like us all. August, what did you do this CBT?
PvP, VP. I was always every chance I got, I found a group and I jumped in it, and fought the Reds.
I heard that we had a good time on Sunday, didn't we?
Oh, we had a blast. We went out there and fought some Harry Potter guild and stomped them. They had a huge Zerg and we didn't. We had less numbers and we just killed them dead.
Hey, Bear. So how's farming going on beta?
Actually, it went really well. Somebody told me today they thought our farms in beta was working better than our farms in Omega, which had been there a lot longer. But it's going fine. I mean, the farms are running, and people are getting stuff done, and EIO.
Yeah. I'll tell you, for those of you who don't know, Bear took over farming for me, and I love him to death for it because, wow, that is such a daunting task to run that, especially at the size, that we run. I mean, I don't think people understand how much time and effort goes into the actual running of this farm that we have as a guild. But the thing is, that farm fuels the machine, and we have a very good machine running within crafting, within the confines of the game.
Farming and logistics are 2 jobs I would not want for this guild.
It's not too bad. The logistics officer and myself, we work pretty close together. Keeping everything, all the gears greased and everything rolling. So it's not too terribly bad. I've actually had a chance to get off the farm and do a couple of quests, and I got to do a little PvP. We ran into a guild that told us that they own Center Island, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, that guild, and we normally don't call out guilds in our thing, and we won't on these guys, but this guild has made it so I went to jail twice now in beta because, I have no issues with purpling up to kill some in our KOS list, and I love killing their guild leader. It is much fun.
Went through alpha twice without getting 1 crime point, and I'm 3 points away from going to jail in beta because of that particular guild.
To let you know how funny it is, Arlia, our logistics officer that has probably seen less of the game than I have, bless his soul, he had enough points to go to jail.
Yeah, and it's funny because he's been on the last couple PvP missions, and we've been running a lot of naval battles lately, because I don't understand why people think naval battle is not PvP, but, we get people that say, oh, I don't want a PvP, I don't want a PvP. Hey, we're going to do this trade pack across thing, we're probably going to meet enemy. Oh, I want to come.
Right.
And, so for 3 hours, they're fighting PvP off of ships and everything, and they get back and it's like, so how'd you like PvP? I didn't PvP.
Yeah.
But I'm so adamant. I never PvP. I hate it. They go on a naval battle. They're like, that's the most fun I've had in a game ever.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess the big reason, and you guys can chime in on this, that people like the boat battle so much is because it's tactical. It's not a quick wham bam, thank you, Sam. You win or you lose. There's
Right.
a lot of tactics that go into our naval battles.
Sam, huh?
Yeah. So the probably talking about jail time and stuff. I think we got a picture of it. Somebody got like 5,800 and something minutes. I think that's the longest sentence that I've seen. And pretty much there was a little picture in the post, and it pretty much, was like, you know, had a good time in beta. We'll see y'all next time, because that's like 3 days or something like that,
Right.
4 days. I mean,
Wow.
that's a long time to have that debuff. Now, of course, we all know that we've talked about it before, that you can actually break out of jail and stuff like that. But holy smokes! I mean, you can't use any of your abilities. You could pretty much ride other people's ships. You could ride their donkey. Or, I'm sorry, their horse, and pick stuff up off the farm. So
And then Chris goes to trial, and all he says is, "I've been killing that one particular guild that said they own Center Island." Everybody's like, "Oh, innocent, innocent."
yeah, Bree, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
thank you.
that's
4.04 days. That's a
yeah, I just did
long
the
Wow.
math
time.
too. Yeah, so yep, they're done in beta.
Yeah, that's all the beta. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And,
get that either. Chris was actually on trial at the same time as me. I got I
Right.
I went to jail, and he's got off scot free both times, and I went to jail both times. I just don't get it.
That's funny.
yeah, they like him. I think he paid everybody off. I did have, actually, when I was on trial one time, a guy offered me 50 gold to vote innocent. So I was like, sure, I don't have a problem with that. I'm bribable. I have no problems with
Nice.
that.
I'm that kind of person though that finds the people that are out there purpling, and I'll die a few times on purpose just to report them, to push them up, make them wanted, and then go kill them.
Yeah, that's probably the only 50 gold I've ever made too. So don't make too much fun of me.
Come on, you make a little bit of money.
Actually, since I started playing, I got hooked up on the farms, and then I got, took over your position. Uh, I haven't had any money of my own since then. All the money I've ever had has been the guild.
Yeah, you haven't had any money since we were actually on Alpha server, have you?
Nope, nope. We made a lot of money on Alpha server,
That's
but
before they broke Archeum, though.
yeah. I think JoJo made probably close to 2,500 gold in, what was it, 3 weeks or so.
Yeah, something like that. We profited off her hard work.
Yeah, big time.
I only have 7 gold. I had to buy 2 gold's worth of carrots just to get a freaking horse. Woo! And you know what? I didn't even have patron status, so I had to use the 1 carrot, and then I gave the rest to Liette. I think she still has them.
Yeah, because you can't use the auction house.
Right. I'm like, come on, I just want to get my horse, and now I don't even have enough money to get the horse. So,
You could have asked me, Whoop. I would have gave you the 10 gold it takes to buy the Mirage horse.
but then I
So
wouldn't be innocent.
you were talking about the sea battles, and now we see that they have turbulence on the ocean, which really changed the scope of naval battles. Because before turbulence, it pretty much consisted of get close, send your flyers over, you know, and do normal PvP on a ship. They added turbulence in, and that's really forced you to have actual naval combat. Now, we were talking about the some of the gliders in the past, and one of the cool gliders that everybody wanted to get was the Kraken glider, because it allowed you to pull back or hit the S button, and you would go up.
I
You
mean,
could gain altitude, but it's been changed. Now it no longer has that ability, but it negates turbulence.
oh, well, I think I found a way around turbulence anyway. Is it if you just spam your barrel rolls, it seems like it has a little bit of a buffer in between barrel rolls, so I can fly all the way from Center Island, or from the respawn point out at Center Island to the actual Center Island without getting turbulence.
I'll tell you, I've had some times when the turbulence helps me, and then a lot of times Yeah, you just can't even move. It's just easier to swim.
I don't know how many times I've hit the button to take off, and then you just tumble backwards right in, like underneath the water, not on top of the water. It throws your butt completely underneath the water. So yeah, I don't even try on the ocean no more. But if I get that Kraken glider, oh yeah, and it's got a different look to it too. It looks pretty cool now. So
Well, we get a force with Kraken gliders, and our boarding party is just gonna ruffle
Yes, I
some
was thinking
people.
too.
yeah,
Because like last night when we were out fighting, and that was actually a good fight. We've contacted these guys before and stuff, and we get some good battles. And they bring a lot of ships to play. And what did they? Well, we killed like 6 of their clippers, and
Nice.
they killed one of ours, I think. And eventually, they just left the area because we were getting so close to depleting all their players and stuff. They had nobody to protect their galleon anymore, so they just said, "Okay, we're done for the night," and took off.
yeah. We've had some really really good naval battles with some good guilds on the seas, and we've gotten completely face stomped a couple of times too. Like when
Oh
we
yeah,
first, yeah, we went out to go do our large farm quest on beta, and it was like Steelheart launched the ship. As soon as we got out there,
Fire.
we got attacked by 3 clippers in the galleon, and man, we just got stomped.
You
And
guys are streaming at the time, right? You get stream sniped or something?
no, they just happened to be there, and we just happened to take the wrong path, and man, they just made a mud hole out of where we used to be. So, but we actually went back later, and after we kind of told everybody, like, it's time for everybody to start leveling, get off the farm, go level. We need some levels, and we fought them since then in the ocean and done real well. So, Deuce looks mesmerized.
no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Watch the stream. I'm trying. I'm just trying to figure out which battle this is that Dash is showing. So, oh, this is last night. Yeah. So I'll tell you, these guys are really good at their cannon placement. And as you can see, they had a lot of people on their boats. This is early in the night, isn't it, Dash?
Oh, that's Lords again. Yeah, we've
Yeah,
had some
that's what.
great fights with them.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if they had people of level or had more people of level, we would have been hard pressed to do what we did last night. But they have a lot of people, and a lot of them are still low level, so we could actually attrit them and stuff. And they've helped us actually hone a lot of our skills in naval battle and stuff. So we're happy to fight them.
Oh yeah, they've helped us, and we're definitely helping them. I mean, it's a mutual, benefit. The naval battles that we've had. So
Are they on the same side or on the from the other continent?
They're
They're
red.
from the west. They're red
yeah,
to us.
they're opposite faction to us. But it's been some great battles.
I mean, they actually have put a hurt on our galleon both times, but we've won both times. So yeah, our guy was on fire. So we were
Well,
actually repairing it on the fly.
well, now let's not forget the first time we fought them, we actually took them to the neutral guards, and the guards pretty much smoked them. We can't really claim total victory, but we made sure they were aware of a game mechanic that they might not have been aware of.
That's a tactical victory.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, victory is victory in my opinion. Just because we used a game mechanic to do it, I can't help they were unaware of that game mechanic.
Yeah.
Well, they are now.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the hard lesson quick.
It won't
And
work twice.
yeah, that's one. You know, if they ever fall for that again, they deserve to die because
Yeah.
that's just ugly when you roll in on the neutral cannons and fire on somebody because they put a hurting quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Dead air.
actually, we've been fortunate to have Dash with us a lot recently in beta and stuff, and he's been getting some good videos. So if you want to see a lot of our fights and stuff, Dash posts them on Twitch and on the Grievance channel and stuff. So you can go back and look at a lot of our fights. I'll tell you though, it's getting hard pressed to find those fights. I think people are just like tapping out, and like I'm gonna wait until live and stuff. Speaking of which, there is a huge announcement by Trine on Friday. We don't know what it is. They just been hyping it. You know, we're hoping it may have a date attached to it, but they won't let us know what it is. They're just saying, "Hey."
Yeah.
They're
What was
just-
you gonna say, August? You look like you had that.
um, what was I gonna say? Oh,
What is it?
we called out that huge naval battle. Deuce tweeted it and it got reposted to Reddit, and we all lined up. We thought we were gonna have a huge naval battle, and nobody showed up. We ended up having a huge fight on Center Island.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so much for the naval battle. They got, but hey, we still got to fight. I mean, we haven't had a night yet that we didn't fight when we went out looking for a fight. And I'll tell you, for those of you who are new to us stuff, while we look for fights, we still believe in honorable combat and stuff. We don't go picking on you know people who don't shouldn't be up against us, for example. And we don't kill our own faction unless they hit our KOS list. And to hit our KOS list, you've done some bad things to humanity.
Yeah.
I just listen. I sit here, and my wife like sits like right over here, and like I hear all this stuff going on. Like, oh, this guild is blah blah blah, and this person's blah blah blah, and oh, let's hunt them down on the land, and let's go to the naval battle and blow them up. Like, damn, there's so much hate going on.
Yeah.
Man.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
though. Go ahead, Bear.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, it does take a little bit to get on the KOS list. I mean, it's not a one-time thing and somebody gets on the KOS list. But once they're there, we've got members that hunt these people down like there was a literal bounty on their head. I mean, some of our guildies really, they go out looking for these folks. And yeah, I mean, bloodthirsty, we've got a lot of bloodthirsty folks. And normally it's the real nice, quiet, innocent sounding. A lot of females. I know JoJo's that way. My wife, she sits right over there. Let her get into a battle, man, and you would think it was a Norse Viking goddess of war that was sitting over there. It's crazy.
You
So
should hear the screams that come out of that. It's crazy.
yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you though. Also though, we do good within battle. Like the other night, we helped a fellow Green Guild that had a whole bunch of trade packs and hit a wall of red, and so we just had to help them get through.
Yeah,
I
we've done
can't
I
help
don't.
that
that.
times.
I can't
Somebody
help that
said.
all the red had to die.
Somebody said, "What's up with all the hate towards the Brazilians?" I don't know of any Brazilians that we're showing that much hate towards, but
There is
like
a certain guild that people say I'm prejudiced against, and like I said, I don't name guilds, but I really am not prejudiced against them. It's just a red equals dead kind of thing in certain areas. And when you're in my mining area, and if you don't know, I mine the wall, which is a red is dead area. Don't come sneaking up behind me is all I got to say, because I'm gonna attack.
unless you do it in such a way that you can pull Deuce into over the hill where you've got 3 or 4 other buddies waiting for him, and
Oh, you had me at that time.
Don't give them. That's bad advice, man.
oh, they've already done it to him. It was hilarious. I got a big
Yeah.
kick out of it.
Yeah, I got suckered. I went to help. Who was I helping? Oh, I was helping Touch. Touch was leveling up his cleric, and he's like, "Yeah, this 50 purpled up and killed me." I said, "Okay, I'll come." So I go there, and I see him, and he runs, and I'm like, "I got him now." And he runs and runs, and I'm tracking him down, tracking him down. All of a sudden, wham! Ran straight into 2 more of his buddies. Yeah, I got suckered.
Yeah, there, New Cocket. Okay, somebody else pronounced that name for me. Yes, there was actually a post that the game has come off the Steam page. Right now, you cannot buy ArcheAge, the Archeum packs, off the Steam page. And I saw where Scape said they were going to be talking with Steam to try to get that back on there. But there was a lot of problems, like the wallet will, most likely will never be linked to Tryon and stuff like that. So, Nuka Cat. All right, there we go. Thank you, Nuka Cat. Not
Hey,
Nuka.
which pack is a good deal right now? Because it's past alpha, right? I don't have it. I haven't bought any part of it yet, so I'm cheap.
And people ask, is it worth this? Is it worth that? Is it worth this? I will tell you this, me personally, if I had never done it to this day, I would still buy Archeum just for what you get out of it.
Hmm.
But that's own personal preference, and it's a financial thing.
Great.
I'll
I just
tell you,
have a hard time justifying $150 for a free game.
Well, here's the thing. If you're going to pay $50, you're going to get, basically you're getting a little bit of credits, and you're going to get, the 4-day early access. But if you can pay $50, then you can pay the $100 one. And if you're going to pay the $100 one, you might as well go ahead and pay the extra 50. Go ahead and get the Archeum pack. So there you go. If you can pay 50, you can pay 150, and just blame it on me. So that's fine.
and
So-
I'll
so-
tell you this: those 6 Daru chests you get for the Alcheum are a lot bigger than people realize.
Yeah.
Because every Daru chest you open gives you between. I've never got below 4 gold, and I've got over 6 gold. So that's 24 gold minimum straight off the bat. The first minute you log in the game, that is huge.
Yeah,
It's
and
huge. It's very huge.
it's a free-to-play game, but there's going to be a subscription. So if you
Mhm.
plan on playing paying the subscription, then in the Archeum Path it's worth it anyway because you get 3 months free and enough credits to buy I think a couple more months. So that's $15 times five.
Archeum's worth 6 months if you use your credits to buy
Yeah.
the continued is the way
So
they
you can use in-game credits in order to buy game time.
Yes.
Sort of.
Okay.
Well, they got this thing called Apex. It's like the whatever it is in a Rift that they use.
Same thing
And-
with Eve. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
just not game yet, so that's another one of those speculations. If it's like Rift, then yes, you can.
yeah.
Okay.
She said she aims to get it in for the open beta, so we can test it out. I don't know what we're going to test it out with in open beta.
Well,
Test out
people are.
buying and selling on the auction house.
Well, I mean, I think that pretty much everybody that joins, that even the ones that got just the regular beta invites, not folks that actually bought into it, but if you received a code, then you are basically playing as a free-to-play character. So that keeps you from placing land down. It keeps you from putting stuff on the auction house and stuff like that. So even in open beta, it's going to be the same way. So that'll give them a chance to actually test out, people actually buying the Apex, and getting their patron status. So, I think it's worth it. I think the Archean pack is still worth it. Just for the fact of the stuff that you're going to get once you get in the game.
Yeah.
Well, also that's the common counter to gold sellers and stuff too, is to bring in a system like that.
Yeah. And I do agree. The free to play way is a lot more difficult.
A lot
You're
more.
limited on the labor, and in this game, labor equals money, and labor equals experience.
Yeah.
Well,
Farms
I
too.
noticed that.
Money.
I had a hard time getting up enough labor to make my suit of armor, the arcane something or another set, and I was all white, and I'm like, oh, look at me, I'm special. My wife's like, you just looted 4 pieces of gear that were better than that. Great.
Yeah, but you looked cool.
Yeah, for like 10 seconds till I switched it out because she was right.
We've got a
Leave it
guildie that actually kept that armor so he could fuse it with his high end set, so he still looks, all white and stuff. I
Well,
think
she
he
told
did it
me that-
because I think it kind of looks like the Assassin's Creed outfit a little bit.
Yeah.
So
She told me that I should like melt it down with some kind of stones or something. I was kind of lost. I don't know. So,
Yeah, use even stones to break down green plus armor and weapons to get the dust, so you can make more stuff later.
yeah, but you can't actually break that set down. So
Yeah.
it was a
is
good thought, but you
that
can't
a
do it.
dungeon set? I think.
No, it's the crafted set
Oh,
that
crafted
that
set,
you
okay.
you start making around level 18 or so.
Oh, that blue set? Yeah, you can't break that one down.
it's purple.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
when you craft it, it can actually proc. So
Oh.
it can.
That shows you how long it's been since I've actually did a quest like that, because when I did it, it's automatically blue.
It's the zone after the ones that you're used to going to. So it's after
Yeah.
Windshade area and Lily.
Oh, is
I
that
was right
the Queen
outside.
did?
Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
City of Towers or whatever.
Dewstone and on the west, and City of Towers or whatever. I didn't actually do it on the east this time, so I can't say much. I don't know half the east zones.
Oh, those are the self-sufficiency. Yeah. I
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah. Well, you got to go loot the stuff and then make it.
See, so now here goes Grievance wanting our predictions for the Friday announcement.
Oh, that's so wrong.
I'll tell you, I'm pretty
Go ahead.
sure.
Go ahead. It's
I'm
your
pretty
own
sure-
personal. It's your own personal prediction. We're not holding Grievance responsible for anything that you say. You know,
They're-
yada
they're
yada
gonna-
yada.
They're going to announce a date, and if they do what I think they're going to do, we're going to have one OBT, and we should pre-launch 14 September. That's what I think they're going to announce.
Yeah, I think they'll go ahead and announce the open beta and the release dates.
Yeah, I'm with. I think they'll just do open. I don't think they're going to do release because it makes it better from a marketing standpoint to leave open beta open-ended, so people think they can still buy the founders packs and get in on launch and all that stuff.
Hmm. They're going to build up the hype with the open beta in order to sell more packs.
The way they've been
Okay.
back dates so far, I think they'll only announce one date at a time.
Y'all look at this last closed beta. It was over seven. Well, it was seven figures. The amount of people that were invited, and that's not including the Archeum packs and everybody that's bought into it, and that's not including the keys that were given out on all the different websites. That's just the amount of people that they themselves invited. That is a really, really big closed beta event, and we only had 5 servers. So
Did you guys
know,
notice any
NA
lag?
servers.
Here's the
There
thing,
was-
though. I don't know about you guys, but it seemed like this beta event was less crowded than the previous ones.
Yes,
It could have been because people level up higher or starting new alts, so they get more spread out with the amount of people that are there. Especially if you've been playing the game.
I actually think what it is the alpha testers have pretty much quit coming to beta as a whole. No, our guild actually moves to beta for this, but I'm saying as a whole, just from what we're seeing in PvP and stuff, it's the servers are less populated out in those higher areas and stuff.
No,
So
what
the
I
peop-
noticed. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So the people who have been there since closed beta 1, which is the alpha people, so they're saved and still go. We've pretty much all hit 50 or close to it, and we've been in the high zones. Well, this last event and stuff, except for that other guild, really, we're not seeing hardly anybody out there.
So, one of the things to remember is the server that we got on was one of the actually the first server listed, and so we moved over onto it, and even when they brought more servers up, we stayed there. So that server really was an alpha, server. They did have some people come in on beta, but we saw that server get full in 18 minutes after the beginning of closed beta 1, and it stayed full for a very long time. Even in this last beta, there was times that we hit queues, but it wasn't anything like closed beta 2 and 3. In 2 and 3, we had 600-700 person queues trying to get in on a server. This time the most I saw was like 10, but some of the other servers were still pretty full. I saw that, that they were, sitting on high and stuff like that. So I think the people are still there. I think it's just our particular server, like you said, with the alpha folks, not necessarily hitting burnout, but using the time as a break before the game goes to early access.
Yeah, I mean, like Whoop's still learning the game, but the other 3 of us, we're pretty much know exactly what we need to do, when we need to do, and how we're going to do it when we go live. So we're just chilling and helping our newer members and stuff, because we don't want to burn.
Yeah, beta was my third climb to 50, so I got it all down. I'm still there for the PvP though.
I'm only
yeah.
level 22. What the hell you been doing, man? Jeez.
Just efficient use of your labor, man. That's the best way to level.
He's right. I mean, that's one of the things. If you're wanting to level fast, make sure you use your labor every day. And if you, for whatever reason, you're bleary eyed and you're like, I can't play no more, go buy tax certificates. If you're a patron, go buy your tax certificates. Don't ever log off with more than 200 labor.
Yeah.
Just to and then somebody asked, we play on the east or west. On alpha, and alpha and omega, we played on the west. In beta, we're playing on the east. When the game goes live, we'll be playing west.
Oh, also, I mean, those of you that watch our stream and stuff, I've always talked about, use your labor wisely, and everybody makes fun of me because I don't quest, I don't do anything. I just craft and I level up to 50 multiple times and stuff. I do have my Arcmaster title on Omega and stuff straight from mining, actually. But I'll tell you this, while it's an effective way to level, make sure you at least learn your class before you do that.
Yeah.
Don't
Go ahead. There's a
Don't-
first time 50. What's this button do?
yeah. I mean, you really need to learn how to play the game. Do not use my method, then get to 50 and like, why am I getting raffle stomped? Because you got to know how to fight first.
Yeah,
So
you're
no-
wearing level 18 level gear, and you're up there fighting level 50s, and that happened to Deuce and I. And I think it was that Omega? That was Omega. That was Omega. It was myself, Deuce, and JoJo. It was the three of us. We kind of like pried Deuce off of the farm. JoJo pretty much wedged me off of the farm. It was like, we're gonna go level. Halcyona was at peace, so we go flying off to Halcyona. He goes up, pokes a bear, and just gets stomped. JoJo tagged some other mob. She got stomped. It's because we were wearing level 18 gear. I think we were in our mid 30s.
Yeah, I was 37 and got beat by a level 32 bear badly.
These things were just stomping mud holes in us, man. And it was, a lot of it had to do with gear. And it's not all level based. Your gear really matters now. And we've talked about that in some of the stuff in the past where, the skills don't necessarily level up as high as they used to. Some of the skills where they used to go all the way up to, like level 20 fireball. And now they're only like, level 5, at max. And now they have, the multiplier based off of your magic damage or, physical damage and stuff like that. So get the gear.
Yeah.
I will tell you this, though. While gear does matter, knowing your class is even more important.
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
I mean, on beta, I leveled through mining once again. And I was 47, went out to Halcyona. And in Guionid armor, I soloed all the quests to get my 50 gear in level 12 gear.
Are you a tank healer, damage dealer?
No, actually, I play Stone Arrow.
Oh,
I'm a kiter, so that's the only way I could do it. Because point of me is never to get hit.
At first, I thought it was weird that all of your stats come from gear, and then I noticed that I realized that if you switch gear, you can actually switch your classes, and it makes your stats interchangeable. So I kind of learned to love it. But yeah, if you have low gear, then you have low stats, so you're not going to be doing a lot of damage with 10 agility on your archer. But if
or level 18 bow.
yeah.
Hey, it was a level 12 bow. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but like I said, please get to know your character, know your skills, know how combos work, know how your combos work with other people too. In fact, we were talking to Whoop earlier today because he was just pretty much mashing buttons like, ooh, I like how this one looks. And this one does this. And if I do this, this knocks down. I said, yeah. Now, watch your bar as we're fighting. And as I hit this ability, this skill's going to light up on your bar. That means it's a combo. All you have to do is hit that and you do extra damage.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
So,
It's my bar too.
no, it's just why you're learning. I mean, eventually you just know what combos what and everything, and you just go from there. But Whoop being relatively new to combat and stuff, I was trying to help him so he knew what the combos were, especially because he has battle rage and I run an archer. So all my bleeds and poison stuff combo into all his battle rage stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wait,
knock
so
it down and
buttons-
it's already dotted, so it
So-
won't get back up.
So buttons light up?
it flashes for a second when it has a combo.
Not those buttons, Bear. I know
I
you were
got
thinking
that.
that.
I got that
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an inside joke.
We
Sorry,
can't
people.
put a picture of that
No.
My fault. My bad.
up
But yeah,
we
it
get
was
any
cool
good
to see how the different like combos work. Because like you said, you were shooting them, and I was shooting them a couple times too. And you were afraid that we weren't going to be able to kill like the final bosses and the name bosses. I'm like, I'm doing like 5K to these things. We'll be able to take them down. You just do what you do. And every time something would get close, I'd try to knock it down, and it didn't matter. It wasn't getting back up.
Death Star, another pro tip from Deuce. I don't call anything I do a pro tip, but hey, I do what I can to help our people and stuff. So,
It's a bro tip.
huh?
pro tip.
A pro tip.
Wow.
Somebody was talking about losing your house if you lose patron status. Yes, if you've bought patron status and your patron status runs out, then you do lose your land. That is correct. Or not your land, but your houses, your farms, and stuff like that. So yes, you can lose that.
Okay, like usual, we're gonna open up the floor to any questions that you guys have. We'll try to answer them the best we can. Understand this, a lot of this is our opinions and our experiences, and we do not work for Tryon, so we'll do the best we can. So ask
Yeah,
away.
we'll make up stuff too if we have to, just just to keep it entertaining.
I
And
didn't kill a single sewer rat. It's okay.
That's
hey,
right.
and if Whoop actually answers a question,
What
be
do I
scared.
get?
Because it's probably something he's relating from another game.
I've played more games than you guys. What the hell?
Oh,
Oh,
that's great. Deuce, what is your opinion on the Latino community?
why do you got to bring up the Latinos? Okay, so they're bringing up something, and we joke about it in guild, but I am kill happy when I'm protecting my mining area. Okay, and within the guild, it is very fine for me to kill reds. And there's this guild who we just say we don't like that much, and they're red, and I kill them on sight. Well, there's another guild with a Latino name that kind of looks like this other guild, and I kind of get a little.
I did that
I,
yesterday.
Trigger
No,
happy.
it's completely
and
possible.
and the thing is, I shot, and the person with me is like, "Hey, that's not this guild." I'm like, "Okay," so I stopped shooting at him, and I let this person beat on me for like 30 seconds, and because they're red, I can't talk to them. They don't speak to. Why do you got to bring up the name? No names.
Well, let's just clear it up. I mean, we normally don't say names, but you've got lunaticos and you've got Latinos.
Yes.
That's why Deuce got confused, is because he didn't look beyond the first three letters.
First and the last
Actually, the first letter. I saw the L. I saw red, and I attacked. you know, and I actually gave him a chance, but he kept attacking me. And I have to defend myself. I'm not going to die. I'm sorry. Not on purposely. So I kill him. So in comes Lunaticos again. They bring like 5 people this time. And I raffle stomp those 5. This is why we don't talk about things, because they are actually horrible PvPers. But
We won't talk
So-
about them, but they.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
hard.
I'm like watching because they're trying to jump me while I'm picking the wall and stuff. And so I see this red coming up. I see the L, and I hit this guy, and they're like, "Dude, that's Latinos again." I'm like, "Oh, whoops!" And Chris finally says, "Are you prejudiced against Hispanics?" I'm like, "No." I said, "Look, they look the same."
Oh,
Yeah, that
Oh,
doesn't
look
help
the
your
same.
case at all. That doesn't help.
And
your
then
argument at all.
and so now the guild makes fun of me because they say I'm racist, just
Yeah.
because of Latinos and Lunaticos. So
Uh,
I really don't have any hate for Latinos, just Lunaticos.
So Nuka Cat asked a question: will this stay a regular podcast, or was it just a closed beta thing? We do this every week.
yeah.
We're here every week. Not all the same people all the time, but generally speaking, you'll have 3 or 4 of us up here every week, ranting and raving about whatever
Loaded
comes
takeover.
across our table.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't always be talking about them, but
That's, it's pretty sad though when your guild picks on you because of stuff like that. But that's okay. I got something for him.
we got another question. Is it true that you have to have money in market to spend your loyalty tokens?
No.
I
No,
think the only way you can get loyalty tokens is if you are a patron.
that is correct.
And you have to have your patron status. Now I know that there was some trouble in the last closed beta event with folks who should have the patron status, had the icon for the patron status, but it wasn't actually showing up that they were patrons, so they weren't able to spend it. But I don't think you have to have money actually in the market to spend your loyalty tokens. I think you just have to be a patron.
But then that's just like, when you first log in, it tells you you are patron status till this date. Well, that date's passed for me,
Yeah, mine
and
too.
we're still in alpha. I'm like, have I really been playing alpha for over 3 months?
Yeah, that date changes for me all the time.
Originally, mine was 8/16, but now it's like 11/20.
Yeah, I just gave up on watching that. Marco, there is no way I can repeat all this. We'll just put it this way. We talked about a little about this, a little bit about that. Whoop said he was a noob.
Yeah.
The guild
A
makes
point
fun
here,
of
a
me
point there,
because
and a whole lot of bull in the middle.
yeah, and that was the whole podcast.
So
Let's see.
we're not
How
going to
far ahead can you pay your taxes? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
say we're not going to talk about other guilds. Proceeds to talk about other guilds.
Yeah.
Yeah. How far ahead can you pay your taxes? Because I'm off with work for 2 weeks and I can't be on. Right now, you can only pay your taxes when you get the mail. I mean, you can only pay it for a week at a time. I know you can let it kind of sit there because you got a week grace period if after you don't pay your taxes. So technically, you could
It's
probably
3
get away
weeks,
with it.
isn't it?
I think
3
it's-
weeks because you have your week that you paid for, then you have late taxes for a week, then it turns red for a week, and then it demolishes.
I don't know.
So
I haven't-
technically, after you pay your taxes, you have 3 weeks until you lose it.
Yeah, I
So-
wouldn't trust Deuce on that. I'd just pay your taxes every week and be a good citizen.
I do know this: there is a tax penalty if you don't pay your taxes on time.
Yeah, and then a
Because
lot of
I have
people
that
have been doing that. A lot of people do that. So a lot of people don't pay their taxes intentionally, so that they get a lot of people sitting around their farm waiting for it to go down. In 5 minutes before it goes down, they'll jump in and pay it, which is always hilarious to watch. I've never done that. I probably won't do that. I'd just rather go ahead and pay my taxes and not worry about it.
You don't know how many times Bear says, "Deuce, pay your dang taxes.
Yeah.
You're about to expire." Yeah. I dread going back to the farm now. There is no quick tip on crafting.
Yeah. Crafting is
Oh, it's yeah. We actually had a whole cast that we talked about crafting. It's really hard to give any quick tips on it because it's such a vast topic. I guess my quick tip would be find something that you like and stick with it. Don't try to do 5 things. Stick with one.
And going off of that, I will tell you this: when you use crafting to get experience, because labor equals XP, so the higher you are in that craft, because it's like at 10,000 you go up to the next tier, at 20,000 you go up to the next tier, at 30,000, at 50,000, at 70,000, and then you max at 90. Every time you change a tier, you get more XP per labor point used within that skill. So, for example, a miner that mines a Fortuna node and they have less than 10,000 mining only gets about 800 XP, I think. Maybe it's even less than that. When I mine at 90K, I get 2808 for just picking a normal iron vein, which is 8 labor. So you can see the higher your skill goes up, the more XP you get, so your labor actually becomes more valuable within that thing. So like Bear said, try to focus down on one thing and, go high up into that skill.
Deuce, do you have any thoughts on the Templar class?
That would include like healing, right? that would mean Deuce actually knows very little about it. I'll tell you, when it comes to healing, I have tapped out on this game, and I rely on our, our people who are running healing. We have a couple really good people that are healers, and I default to their wisdom in this game. If they say this is the best thing to do, I second it and let them go, because yeah, I just didn't want to heal this game, so I've really
Yeah.
paid attention. I just know
Yeah.
what they can do for us.
I can't really answer that question either. I think we're all kind of sitting here going,
Ooh.
Have you guys used any of the spellcaster classes at all?
Yeah.
I started
Yes.
with dagger spell.
I have 3 level 50 mages. And every time I hit to 50, I go make another character because I remember why I didn't want to play a mage in the first place. It's just me, personal thing. Mage seems cool. It's all powerful. Then when we get there, I'm like, I really don't like mage. And then I forget, and we go to another server. I make another one. I'm like, why did I do that again? So
Where will Grievance be looking to set the guild up? The guild farm, if Aurora will be locked at launch. Aurora definitely will be locked at launch. I can understand why they're doing it, so one guild can't claim all of the different, castles, like we've seen on a couple of different servers where one guild would, rush their people up to get the smithing they needed and, the mining they needed. And then when they come time to claim, they could just, break off, 5 people, create another guild, run up there and claim it. So it will be locked. And at launch, we're looking at the Western continent.
and that's all you're getting out of us, because I'll tell you, anybody who knows anything about this game, land is of premium, and for us to tell you where we're going would give away a huge disadvantage to us, because if somebody snipes our land, then we could be in a hurt.
Yeah, and to be honest, most of our members don't even know. Well, I could probably say 90% of our members don't even know, where it's at. Because most of the officers think they know. I have to put it to you that way. 3. So we try to keep that, pretty close to our chest at where we're trying to go.
I'll tell you, this brings up a funny story since Whoop's actually in channel, because those of you who don't know, Whoop is Liet's husband. So Liet is our XO. Okay. So we were going into beta, and our location was so super secret that our XO didn't even know where it was. You want to talk about flipping a wig. Woo!
I'd like to thank you guys so much for that afternoon. That was amazing. There were words that came out of my wife that I did not know she knew. And she's an English major. So she could just make up words I wouldn't know anyways. But I'd like to thank you for that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was not a fun end on this conversation either, because
I popped in the channel and was like, guys, can you not do this again, please?
she was still pregnant at the time, too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is it okay for small scale PvP? You can stay alive in small groups. Oh, he was talking about the Templar.
Yeah. The thing about Templar, once you show me the trees, it has very little offensive capability. So, I mean, I don't know. It seems like it'd be hard to level, or you'd have to definitely group. So,
what is the point of having a house, anyways? Like, you just throw your junk there?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. I mean, there's a couple of really good reasons to have a house. If you're going to do crafting, it allows you to put up. Oh, did we just lose August? Must have been his bedtime.
Bye, August. Night night.
It allows you to put up your. Come on, what's the name? What's the name of the crafting stations? The Regal. Thank you. You'd put up your Regal cooking pot. Your Regal armor stand, stuff like that. And you can't just put those anywhere. They have to be put, either in a house or on a crafting station, something like that. Also allow you to put chests in them, so you got extra storage space.
Yeah, and they mentioned a bed and stuff. I'll tell you, the bed is the one thing, because you cannot use somebody else's bed to get the rested bonus. Okay, but you can do this, because we tested this. You can pick up the bed, hand it to somebody else, then go drop in their house, sleep in it for 11 minutes, pick it back up, hand it to you, and you can all share one bed. Though I don't know how sanitary that is.
Yeah, I really don't appreciate other people sleeping in my wife's bed. That was really creepy.
But if she had a big bed, we could sleep next to your wife.
Yeah, I'm still
Oh,
not
I'm
okay
not.
with that.
I'm not touching that. As some of you people know, that there was a labor exploit that was put out on Reddit today. There was a YouTube video that was put out on it today, and Tryon knows about it, and they're going to be fixing it. And it had to do with the bed. So what one of the things is to get back labor. What people were doing is they would create a new character. They would do 2 quests, get 2 Gilda stars, run to the town, sleep in the bed, and get their labor back. And they could do that like enough to get 1,000 labor every hour. So one of the fixes that they're talking about doing is what they did on the Russian server, which was if you delete a character, it's going to take 4 hours before that character is deleted. If you delete another character in that time frame, it pushes to 4 days. Now we know at launch you're only going to start off with 2 character slots. You have to buy more. So don't accidentally delete both of your characters, or it could be literally days before you get into the game. So please be careful.
Here's the thing, and as long as they handle it correctly and the character doesn't actually delete, and it says, warning, if you delete this, you will not be able to create it for 4 days. Do you agree? Click yes. Okay. Warning, if you delete this character, you will not be able to remake a new character for 4 days. Do you still want to do this? Click yes. Type in your name, type in your secret scroll password or something so you don't accidentally do it. Because I can see somebody in, the head start saying, make a character. It's like, ooh, this character's ugly, and delete it.
I can name 4 people in our guild who would do that the first day.
Yeah, I
so
could
they
too.
make another one. They make another one. Yeah, we won't.
Oh, the hair's wrong. I forgot to fix my hair.
The eyebrows. You're wearing a helmet. Nobody sees.
I knew
Yeah.
Whoop would be mentioning the eyebrows because he gets to hear that all the time, I'm sure.
Hey, Whoop, how long does it take Leah to create a character?
She downloaded the Sims 4 when it came out, the free thing this past weekend, and she's still working on her first character.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Where we at
Look,
now?
let's see if we have any more.
Songcraft question. Where's Dragon when you need him?
People keep pulling up classes that I have no idea. I've never even heard of a tomb caller.
I'm interested to try the spellcasting classes, but really I like the melee DPS, and I just grind it down before you get there. Maybe I'll just change my playstyle that way.
I'll tell you, this is like a rock, paper, scissors game. Okay? Literally, because,
literally, everybody fit there.
Yeah.
Throw in
There's
rocks.
a couple quests.
Actually, there is a quest in Halcyon you have to play rock, paper, scissors. I've done that quest. But, it's like, rock beats paper, paper beats scissors, blah, 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 or whatever, right? That's actually the exact wrong thing to say, but
Right, yeah.
it was the opposite. But, that's like, this class is good at beating this and this, but it's weak to this and this. And it goes around. So every class in the right setting has a place. Well, not everyone, because there are some pretty bad combinations you could make.
There are some bad classes.
Isn't that what Bear plays?
No, Bear tries to play viable classes that nobody thinks of, and he makes them viable.
I'll try anything.
You don't like the streamline? Is that what you said?
No, I don't like being a cookie cutter. That just drives.
Cookie cutter. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, if you're going to do archery, you have to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, no, I don't. There's a whole bunch of trees there, because it was funny in Alpha when we just started playing. I was joking around. I was like, I'm going to try archery and shadow play and defense. And everybody's like, oh, that'd be so hilarious. And now Stone Arrow is one of the most popular builds out there. So,
hey, I play.
Get a lot of flack on my Outrider too.
I'll tell you this. We did a lot of testing in Alpha classes, and people are like, "Why are you trying that?" And then it becomes popular, and like, "Oh, I should have tried this a long time ago, dude. I played that like in the first week of Alpha. I don't know what you're talking about." The hardest thing for me on classes was to actually center down on one, and so my advice to anybody who's trying to figure out what they want to do: go to groups. Don't worry about one exact class. But like if you want to be a caster, if you want to be a caster, pretty much, most likely you're going to be in cloth. So you can stay in that whole cloth arena. I said most likely because there are people who run in plate.
Bear invented stone arrow.
No, Bear did not invent stone arrow. Bear just had the idea of it a long time ago. But what we were talking about earlier, Deuce, is like, uh, pick your first damage that you want to try to use first, and then your second skill set should be the one that complements your first one, that gives you your combos and stuff like that. And then you pick your auxiliary tree, the one that's going to add, whether you like to do a little healing, whether you want crowd control, whatever you want, mobility and stuff like that. So.
That's
That
just
is
like,
so bad. Leave my beard out of this.
well, for example, like the flavor of the month is sorcery witchcraft. You put those two together, it doesn't matter what the third class is. You put those together, and it's a powerful build. That's just in the stage run right now. Um, Most archers always run with shadow play. When I say most, because Bear like goes against the rules of most things. Yeah, I think he does pull him out of the beard somewhere. But
I only have 2 skills of shadow play, and one of them is wallop because it does like 800 damage. It just finishes him.
I don't even use Wallop.
I'll tell you,
I only got like 4 points in it.
Wallop and Pin Down are two amazing, hardly ever used skills.
I use Pin Down. I concentrate on Bloodthirst. I build up tons of Bloodthirst with my Endless Arrows and then execute with Pin Down and Shadow Smite.
Oh yeah,
see,
that's an awesome combo right there.
I've been building Bloodthirst, but I never knew what to do with it. So
You
really
must release it.
you need your Shadow Smite.
Release the Kraken.
I guess the piercing shot does extra damage for Bloodthirst too, but once you get Shadow Smite, it's a beast.
okay, I'll give it a shot.
Because what you do is you actually leap in. As you're spinning around, you hit Pin Down, and then as you get behind, then you hit Shadow Smite, and boom, game over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Especially in large group PvPs, because I'll just stay back and use Endless Arrows and and I got Intensity too, so I got double, and then in the passive that doubles my Bloodthirst. So I'll just be building up Bloodthirst, and by the time they realize I'm doing damage, somebody breaks through the lines. They're like, "I got you, you stupid archer!" And I'm like, "Haha, Shadow Smite." Like 2 or 3 shot. I've got like stacks of Bloodthirst, and they're like, "What the hell just happened?"
Somebody asked what server we're going to be playing on. They haven't released the full list. Me personally, I hope and pray to everything that's out there that we don't play on Aaron's Ebb, because it's been a horrible server. They've had a lot of issues with it, and I never like playing the first server or the last server. So I kind of hope we're, in the middle somewhere.
And I'll tell you, it's just like our farm placement. We will not announce publicly until game releases, because server choice is a big choice.
Yeah.
I mean, while we don't want to be on a low pop server, it would also be disadvantage. It wouldn't be to our advantage to be on with all the other alphas.
Yeah.
Because then it's like all the massive alpha guilds butting heads, and then the other servers just run ramp shots. So we really would like to spread the alpha guilds across, all the servers and stuff, to give them equal populations and stuff like that.
And we got a shout out from Merchants of Menace. They said they love us. You can't have Whoop. He's already married. Sorry.
I can be sold though. I like to look pretty when I'm pimped.
We'll give you Deuce. We'll sell him.
For 2 boxes of mac and cheese.
Hey, I'm at least worth an extra ramen noodle.
Maybe Easy Mac.
Look.
Yeah, but Deuce doesn't. No.
Deuce doesn't wear pants.
Oh, that scared
At least
me.
he's wearing
I had
pants
heart
today.
palpitations. Where's my heart medicine?
They caught me one time.
Twice.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The other time was no shirt.
No. There's twice that you stood up and all you had on were those spandexy thingies.
It's called Under Armour.
Yeah, but you're supposed to. That's under. Oh yeah. Yes, he
That's
has
something I
done.
really needed to know.
Yeah. I guess we should leave that alone.
Oh God, oh.
See, see, they make fun of me. I don't know why, but that's okay. I still love them.
Guys, look us up on, I'll go to our forums, hit it up, check us out, sign up. You can jump in there and chat with us. We've got a good group of folks that's going to be starting the game with us. We expect to hit early access with, 150 to 200 people, and who knows, it could even go up between now and then.
I I really expect to hit live at 300 plus.
Yeah.
Honestly, with what we already have in alpha and beta, committed as and bought in, we should hit just between 150-ish at pre-release with what we have now, and then 300 plus when we go live. We
It
will
wouldn't
be a
surprise
big,
me to hit 5.
yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me to hit 500.
I was thinking,
We did that with Neverwinter Nights.
Oh, that was a
Also,
funny
too.
story.
Yeah.
Neverwinter, you guys know the guild leader for that, right? Memo at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it still was talking to him like it'll be okay. Maybe 25 people, 100 people max in the game. We had like 500 people in the guild.
Wait a second. Didn't they actually have 800? They had to, if you were
Yeah.
gone more than 3 days, they kicked you
Yeah.
from the guild.
You couldn't
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
all because the max limit of the game, that the max that the server could hold for the guild or whatever, because that's the way they made it because it's a free to play game. But oh, man, that was so bad. Oh, felt so bad for Memo.
He handled it like a champ, though.
Oh
He's a good
yeah.
guy.
Yeah. You used to put one toe out of line, and he'd just drop kick you right out the guild. Though that was hilarious. Memo changed a lot.
I'll tell you, they make fun of me, but I am nothing like Memo was. Because, when they say, this is how they say I am, and I'll let you guys decide. They said, this is how it has to be done. Do it now or I eat your face. I did not do that.
Yeah.
All right, Doc Eck is the one who's in charge of it now. He's a good guy too. I like him.
Yeah. Doc's a very good guy.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, all of our guild leaders are great people. I mean, I haven't run into a guild leader yet that's been didn't deserve to be there.
and,
Well, if he was, he didn't stay long.
That's one of the wonderful things about Grievance itself is, you can go from game to game within our community, and it's the same people, just different names. I mean, realistically. So if you decide to change games and stuff, and we have people changing all the time, and ooh, shiny new game, let's go to that. And then, yep, whoops, won.
Yeah.
Whoops got his hands in ArcheAge. Whoops got his hands in EverQuest Next. He's got his hands in Star Citizen.
Our citizen.
I got like 150 games just on Steam.
I gotta at least
Yeah.
test out every launch. I gotta see what the game is like. I'll probably come back to whatever game I was playing, but I gotta at least try it out.
And I don't like paying for beta. That doesn't make sense to me. Give me alpha status for now.
I mean, well, you figure I actually came to Grievance through another game and
Taking
ended
my
up
book.
being here.
Sorry, Bear.
She took my book. Yeah. Couldn't believe that.
So, any more questions? Any more questions before we wrap up?
Death Star's awesome. I didn't even know him, but he's awesome. So there.
Okay. So, we'll do final thoughts. Bear?
Final thought of the day. Oh my God, please let the release date come out very soon. I don't even have to. Just give me a date so everybody can stop asking the question and everybody can get their, their time off put into work and stuff like that. So,
August?
All I can think about is PvP, man. That's it. I'm loving the group PvP. Even if you don't like the arena versus one, 5v5, what all that crap, try the group PvP. It'll change your outlook on it. I swear.
yeah.
Whoop. Something outside of Chase?
I'm gonna listen to August because I don't like PvP. I really don't, unless it's a game specifically made for that, like Counter Strike or something, or Call of Duty. But yeah, August. I think you're right. I think I'll like just what you're saying. I'm probably gonna get it Friday, so that'll be the big release. Yeah, that's what they're gonna tell you. Whoop, whatever. So
So, oh, my last thought. Yeah, I almost forgot me.
He's busy thinking.
Sorry, sorry. I'm not used to actually being in this seat. You know, normally Steele is, but he's at work tonight, so he's like, Deuce, you have the floor. I was like, oh. So sorry. This has been a very erratic kind of cast because I normally don't run these, but
Oh, you
I
usually think inside your head, not outside of it.
well, and you know, Dash is in my ear. You know, Deuce, you need to do this. I'm like, yes, Dash, I know. And see, here I go. I'm rambling off again. So my thought is, Deuce, stay focused. Hopefully we get a release date and we can, you know, put our stuff in the right direction. Outside of that, see you guys in games. Check out the website. Check out the Twitch. Check out the Twitter and stuff. And we'll see you soon.
All right, y'all have a good one.
See you next
Yeah.
stream.